Hello everyone, it's Kritter Kyle here, and I'm back. I've been needing to make this video for a while now, and I haven't stopped vlogging. If anyone was wondering, I am dealing with some mental problems, and so let me just first start off by just giving you guys an update, just to catch everyone up to where I'm at. So back in February, I got a notice saying that the landlord was creeping on my Facebook page, saw all my animals, and told me I had to move them out right away. So I only had them for like a few days after that, and I had to move them out in the middle of the winter. And unfortunately, my tarantulas didn't. Well, my zebra knee tarantula had passed before the move, and then after the move, my avicularia, the pink toe tarantula, had passed. And unfortunately, hibiscus, my newest crested gecko that I had gotten, unfortunately she passed. I don't know if it was the stress from the move or the room she was at my friend's house got too cold, or a combo of both. But ever since I had to move everyone out, and of course I have Cosmo here, and technically she's not supposed to be here, but nobody has to know. I can't live without animals, so she can stay, because I don't see her being a problem. Not that any of my other animals were problems, but yeah, let's not get into that right now. Regardless, let me put Cosmo back. Regardless, it has been a rough few months since February for me, and I am not doing great. Mentally, I'm doing probably the worst as I was, because I cannot live I cannot live without animals. That is not me. I had to break down and bring Cosmo back. Nobody knows, and I'm being extra careful about it, but I just cannot, I had to bring Cosmo back, or I might not be here making this video right now if I didn't. So the good news is that I have to share is I will be moving soon. How soon and when exactly is still unknown, but I do know I am closer to moving somewhere else. I am at the top of the list, and I believe now all I'm waiting on is a place to be open. So hopefully things improve with my living situation pretty soon. So that's pretty much what I've been dealing with. That's why I haven't vlogged. I haven't had my animals or really anything to vlog about. I know I always used to vlog like hikes and stuff, which unfortunately, due to my health, I've been unable to do much. I'm not gonna get into that. This is not the time and place for that, but those who know me personally know what's going on, but it's nothing. It's major, but it's nothing that I feel like you guys should be concerned about. So that's just an update on what, to catch you up on what I've been dealing with and why you haven't been seeing anything from me in a while. But the topic I want to talk about is why do people hate animals? And I also, and with that, like, I don't think people, like, with lack of education, that's like, if someone doesn't like, say someone doesn't like a snake or a spider, it's because of, or any animal, it's lack of, most of the time, lack of knowledge or information. And the more someone is educated on an animal, then they'll know what to look for in its behavior and how to properly react where it's not going to put yourself in danger. I mean, like, a snake, sure, a venomous snake you should be afraid of, but you shouldn't, like, want to kill it. Like, that's the biggest thing I want to talk about today. Just because you, like, don't like said animal doesn't mean you should want it dead or want it harmed. And I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of people these days. People are like, oh, I'll kill it, I'll kill it, I'll kill it, I don't like it, kill it. That's not a good mentality. It's toxic, and it's harmful, and it's making certain species, like, go extinct, or certainly not helping. So let me talk about something, my personal experience. Before I kept tarantulas, I was never really big on spiders. I was never afraid of spiders or anything, but I was cautious. And if I did, same thing that, okay, here's a good example of, if you don't know the species that you're around, the best thing is to avoid it instead of having a mistake happen, or an accident, whatever you want to call it. So, okay, so, like, if I seen, like, a spider that I had no idea what it was or anything about it, I would just leave it alone. Or if it's, like, in the house and you don't want it in the house, I carefully got it into a cup and released it outside. Although I do not recommend doing that. That is not something that is good. So if you find a spider in your house, it is there for a reason, and a lot of times if you put it outside, it might not survive. It's going to get eaten by another predator. If it's during the winter, it obviously is going to not live very long. If you see a spider and you don't want it in a certain area, release it in an area of your house where you don't mind it living, like the basement, for instance, or somewhere where, somewhere that's not going to be an issue for you. Anyways, like I said, though, with I'm not sure of the species, I still don't, like, also, like, I understand, like, if you don't know anything about certain species, that's perfectly fine, like, but don't be, like, ignorant and not want to learn about it just because you're afraid of it. Don't automatically assume before you give facts that may be not true either. So if I see a species of any animal, or spider, snake, whatever it is, or frog, anything that I'm not sure of, the internet is a wonderful place to learn more about that species. First find out the animals that are in your area and narrow it down that way. If you have trouble finding, because a lot of species do look alike, and it is very hard with a lot of them. And yeah, but like I said, just be smart, do your research before you automatically assume something about said animal. And with that being said, like, don't just automatically assume an animal is, say, gonna bite you when it's not. Or there's so many, like, if you could think a behavior of an animal is acting in a defensive when in fact it's not. Maybe it's acting curious or whatnot. You don't know if you don't know. And if you don't know, don't assume. And that's basically all I'm trying to say here is, if you don't know about a certain animal, don't try to kill it or don't wish death upon it. That's harm. That's a very toxic way to think. And if you say you like animals and you think that way, then you're not a true animal lover. I had to say it. And with that being said, I will try to do some more videos and hopefully do one more often. Hopefully I'd like to get at least one video up a week if I can. That is my goal. If I can find like a topic that I can at least talk about, even if I can't show any animals or anything, I would love to help relay any kind of information that I can, that may help someone with animals and reptiles. Well, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. I love you guys.